Before we leave the Drew and Mike era from the Riff days, what was that last show like? Was that a hard show to do, knowing you guys are number one in the market, kicking ass, and this was going to be your last hurrah at Riff? What was that? That must have been very bittersweet.
It was like, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been in a car accident and you're stunned to the point of actually there's some sort of kind of numbness and you're just kind of walking through it. It felt like that. It was very sad. Just
now,
really,
how long do you remember how long you guys were told before your last show, and what was that like working there, knowing that you were like, dead
it was
man
like about a
walking type of
month, I
situation?
think.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow.
And
So what
I
did
don't know, you
go
just
ahead.
come in and do the same thing.
Yeah. So what did you do after
And
that? I mean, 2013, you go from being the number one show to now, you're not working in radio. What did you do with yourself? Was there opportunities that you turned down? What did you do with yourself after the Drew and Mike show went off the air?
um I almost immediately got when they announced that they were going in a different direction, um the radio station down the hall wondered if I wanted to come over there. And so after our last day, that's what I did. I picked up and went to WCSX.
Wow. Wow. And how, obviously a big difference in your job duties. How did that change for you professionally? Obviously you're not part of a number one show anymore, but
Well, nor a part of an ensemble, but I got to work with the great Ken Calvert, who was
yes.
incredibly welcoming and warm. And there's so much, I mean, I don't remember growing up with Ken Calvert because I was out of the market. So there was a lot to discover about Ken Calvert and, like the kind of bits that Ken was into and his humor. And so that was a whole new experience for me. And he's great. He's really, I mean, he's also not one of those people who was super carried away with himself,
right.
even though he's interviewed almost everyone in the free
Yes.
world. When he was on WJR and he was the voice of the Pistons, and he was a cool guy.
Another Mount Rushmore broadcaster, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And his wife, very cool too. She was very welcoming, and I mean that made it easier. That made it
Sure.
a less of a difficult transition. But it was hard to navigate because it was one of those. It was a new role for me, and so I had to get my footing all over again and sort of start again.